What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. In this video, I'm going to do a dope and group test with my 300 Win Mag, and I'm going to be shooting some factory ammo at 800 yards to see what kind of adjustment I need at 800 yards, and also what kind of groups I get at 800 yards with this ammo. I haven't taken this ammo out to 800 yards yet. I've taken it out to 500, but not 800. So this is going to also help me confirm if the trajectory and come-ups that my ballistics app gives me for this ammo is accurate or not. So it's really important for long-range shooting to actually test your ammo at different distances, because sometimes ballistics calculators and ballistics apps are not always accurate, okay? They could be off by a few inches. So you have to actually go out there, shoot your ammo at different distances, and confirm whether the solutions that your ballistics app gives you are correct, the come-ups are correct, okay? So what I typically like to do is I like to shoot at 800, 500, and 300 yards. And that's if I zero my ammo at 200 yards, which I have all my 300 Win Mag ammo zeroed for 200. So that's what I like to do. So I've already taken this out to 300 and 500 yards. So I want to take it out to 800 now, see what kind of adjustment I need, and see what kind of groups I get. And so this is just some Underwood ammo, 180 grain Nosler Accubonds. And they have an advertised muzzle velocity of 3,150 feet per second. But I think that's with a 26-inch test barrel. And I have a 20-inch barrel Ruger M77 Hawkeye Alaskan. So I've actually chronographed these loads, and I get around 2,850 feet per second. So about 300 feet per second slower than advertised, which is fine for me. That's still over 3,000 foot-pounds of energy, and it actually helps with the barrel life when you're shooting cartridges like a 300 Win Mag or anything as powerful as a 300 Win Mag or even more powerful. You're going to burn out your barrel fast if you shoot those full power loads, okay? So moderate power loads like this one are actually good, and they extend the barrel life, okay? So I'm going to put up the target at 800 yards. I'm going to take a couple of shots, and then I'm going to look at the target, see what kind of groups I get, and see what kind of adjustment I need. So let me just show you guys my rifle up close. So this is the Ruger M77 Hawkeye Alaskan. It's got a 20-inch barrel, and I actually changed out the stock. This is a Hogue stock, which has a full-length bed block, goes all the way from the fore end to the butt stock. And I did change out the trigger for a Timney trigger. I have an Athlon 2.5 to 15 power scope. It's an Athlon Midas HMR. It's a second focal plane, and I actually prefer second focal plane. And I have a Sniper Tools bubble level and angle cosine indicator. Have an Atlas bipod here, and I also have a Silencer Co. Omega 300 and a Coltac HTP suppressor cover. So let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what kind of adjustments I need and what kind of group I get with this ammunition at 800 yards. All right, guys, so I want to go over my targets with you. So I was aiming right in this area here. I had my crosshair right here. This was my point of aim. And these were our two hits right here. And this was actually off camera. I didn't have the camera rolling. But you can see about 4 inches high. And I had the come up was 19.5 MOA. Okay, so about 4 inches high with 19.5. And look at how tight this group was. This is about 1.5 inches at 800 yards, 2-shot group. I got my calipers here, so let's check with the calipers in case you guys want to be really exact. Okay, and what I like to do is I like to measure the center of the holes, not the outside. So I measure the center of each hole, and we actually got 1.2 inches. Okay, 1.2 inches. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not. I'll try to show you. Okay, 1.2 inches. Okay, check that out. 1.2 inch group at 800 yards. Factory rifle, factory ammo. Okay, nothing fancy. Now I will say that I have shot a lot of rounds through that rifle, so the barrel is definitely broken in, but 19.5 MOA was about 4 inches high. So this was on a separate day, and when the camera was rolling, I tried 19 MOA, and 19 MOA was basically dead on. So let me show you guys the 19 MOA target. So I had the camera rolling for this one, and I was aiming right here again, and we had one hit here, and then we had one hit here. And the reason why these are so spread out is that it was very windy, so I was holding about 2 to 3 feet to the right. And so the first one I held over around this area, I aimed around here, and I hit over there. And then for this one I held a little further. But what happened was the wind died down, actually. And what happened was the wind died down and I held too far to the right, okay? Because I thought that if I held for the second shot off the target, because I held over here and my POI was here, I thought if I held it maybe another 6 to 12 inches off the target, I would hit perfectly in the middle. But what happened was the wind died down and I was too far to the right and I hit there. Okay, but you can see I was about 2.5 inches high over here and about 4 inches low over here. So if you do the math, that would put me about 1 or 2 inches low with 19 MOA adjustment. And again, we're talking about 800 yards here, so even just human error at that distance is magnified tremendously. I mean, I could have just been holding it a little bit lower or whatever, but that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Stay tuned to my channel for more long-range shooting. And if you want to see more long-range shooting content, check out my long-range shooting playlist. I'll leave a link in the top right corner of this video. And if you want to see more 300 Win Mag content, I'll leave a link in the top right corner of this video as well to my 300 Win Mag playlist. Other than that, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps. Prepare, practice, and persevere.